You may have heard creationists say that evolution theory contradicts itself in many ways, and that it's illogical. Well, this is true. Here's another way that it does so. Evolutionists claim that random molecular interactions is what's created the genome of every living thing, that random genetic mutation has designed all the organic designs of all the kinds of life that exist in this world. They say that random genetic mutation acted upon by natural selection is the base mechanism of evolution. Firstly, let's understand this. Natural selection cannot select for individual mutations. It selects entire mutants, all of their mutations, or it doesn't select them at all. But this is what evolutionists claim, that random genetic mutation acted upon by natural selection is what has created everything that lives, and all of its organic designs, all of its structures, all of its features, and all of the astonishing things that life is able to do. But is there any contradiction in this? Well, of course there is. Consider, if evolution operates on random mutation, then evolution should have incorporated as much random genetic mutation as it could possibly get its hands on. After all, if this is the stuff of life, this is exactly what evolution wants and needs desperately, as much as it can get. But then if that were true, why would evolution produce multiple layers of DNA error correction? There are multiple levels of DNA proofreading and information correction in the genome of all the living things of this world. The information is proofread. If it doesn't match, if it's wrong, it's fixed on the spot, if possible. Sometimes a mutation slips past this error correction system because the system has received mutations, and even now this error correction processing itself has been damaged and is not perfect. But you see the conundrum, don't you? The great contradiction here for evolution. Not only would it be impossible, of course, because of the algorithmic processes, for life to have evolved any kind of error correction system, I tell you, is vastly too ingenious. It is obviously a product of intelligent design. But let's just assume, for the sake of the ridiculous argument, that evolution could produce error correction systems. Why then would evolution produce mechanisms, multiple layers of mechanisms, designed to remove exactly what it thinks? I mean, exactly what evolution requires. The very mechanism of evolution itself, the random genetic mutation. See, it makes no sense, does it? It's a contradiction. But evolutionists can't really answer this question. So the next time you see an evolutionist, ask him, how did evolution produce the mechanisms for evolution, for error correction in the cell? Consider, let's take a brief look at some of these astonishing molecular machine operations. First, there's DNA damage response to double-stranded DNA break. DNA repair, global nucleotide excision repair. Canonical non-homologous end joining pathway repair. Base excision repair. And transcriptional coupled nucleotide incision repair. Now these are just a few of the levels of DNA error correction that go on in the cell. These astonishingly ingenious information comparison and repair mechanisms that go on in the cell. So ask yourself, how is evolution rational? since if it were true, it designed these astonishingly ingenious processes to remove the very mechanism for evolution itself. Question evolution. It's not rational. It's not even science.